and welcome to O2 Inside Line live here at Twickenham. I'm Eleanor Roper. You can see alongside me is Ben Youngs and Bryony Cleal. Ben, we've got to get some reaction from you. You've just come in from, was it the team talk in the dressing room? Can you tell us how was it, what was said?
Oh, look, I think the reality is we didn't get what we wanted. Some of that we felt was kind of our own undoing in terms of our discipline and the manner that we backed up errors and penalties. First half we felt actually pretty dominant, but every kick-off we then almost shoot ourselves in the foot a little bit, and that was the story of the game. So they obviously then got two quick tries, got ascendancy in the game, and then we got a foothold back into it. Great try from Jack, and then we just backed up again with pens. So it's a really tough feeling where, obviously congratulations to Argentina, but from our point of view, we felt like there was times in that game that we allowed them to dictate it and gifted things. So it probably showed a little bit of a team that hasn't played too much rugby together compared to a team that's come on the back of the Rugby Championship. So we'll be better for it.
And going now into the rest of the Autumn Nation Series, what do you say to each other now? Where do you go from here?
Well, it's always a starting block, isn't it? First game, it's always tricky. 2-week prep going into it, and especially when you're playing against the boys that have been coming off the back of the Rugby Championship. As I say, they've had a lot of continuity under their belt, the best part of 7 odd games. So that cohesion, I guess, sort of shone for them, and that probably didn't for us. So look, we'll be better for minutes under our belts as a team. It probably at times didn't feel a million miles off. It was tricky conditions, but we were okay in some of the areas that we wanted to be in, and we'll be a lot better team next week, and we've got to be a better team after that as well. So autumn's always a little bit like that. You kind of by the end of the autumn, you're a bit unrecognisable to what you were at the start of the autumn. So we're pretty clear on what we need to get right now.
You're up and running then, but
yeah, we're up and running. We're up and crawling, but we weren't running.
But you're so experienced, Ben, and I think, is it moments like this that Eddie's looking to players like you to help the kind of maybe younger, more experienced members of the squad?
Maybe, potentially. I mean, no one's more experienced than Eddie, to be fair, so he's been in there, done it and seen it all. So, yeah, I just, look, of course you want to win. That's why we play. We play to win. We didn't today, and some of that was our own undoing. So sometimes you don't need to look at it any more than that, Don't
overthink it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't overthink it. Sometimes you can really overthink it, stew on it for 24, 48 hours, and it gets you nowhere. You go back to the same starting point, which is essentially if we sorted out a bit of our discipline and we're a little bit more cohesive, it would have probably been enough to get the job done, but we didn't. So that's experience teaches you that.
And you say, obviously you're not going to be a different team come the end of the autumns, given the games you've got. Are you excited by the different combinations? I know we had a 10, 12, 13 that was exciting, but what do you like? Do you think there's more to come, better, more exciting partnerships?
Oh, the more time they play together, the more the partnerships will flourish. Big Joe back out there on the wing was great to see. You got Freddie at fullback now. It was a year ago since he made his debut. You still forget that he's still learning his test match trade as such. Jack was really good today, and as you say, the midfield. Then you got the luxury guys like Henry Slade coming on. So all these things take a little bit of time. You got your club game, domestic game. You come in together and you try and find out the England way as quickly as possible. And I guess today was. We didn't find it quick enough. But like I said, it's sort of weird feeling. You sort of feel dominant out there. You feel like you are in control without being in control. And on another day, I think you probably see that game out. But today we didn't.
How was it for you, I wonder, being back here at Twickenham? Because we know that you stayed at home this summer while the boys went to Australia, but what was it like for you to be back amongst the squad and playing here back at Twickenham?
Yeah, look, it's a real privilege, I think, for me. Having the summer off was really important for obvious reasons, staying at home and being with the family, and then to get back into the swing of things this season and get the opportunity to play was fantastic. And I'm just enjoying it. It's I'm a little bit further down the line than a lot of other people, so for me this opportunity was great.
Can you enjoy it more then with that in mind? Yeah.
I think you kind of have a different approach to it. Yeah. You can enjoy it. You understand a bit like what I was saying, really. Like you don't want to be, young lads will think about it loads, and actually it's kind of a simple fix, really. And we sort out literally 2 things, and that goes a different way. So but look, I was delighted to be out there, get the opportunity and play, and it's a privilege. And great to see Jack as well, teammate. He grew up down the road from me as well. Yeah. So I've known him for years. So to see him do his thing, and I think it was literally his second touch. So incredible. I know his mum and dad as well. They're in the crowd.
Surprised you didn't babysit him.
No, exactly. Yeah, I'll look after him tonight. I'll make sure he keep his feet on the ground. But he's it's great. Like I say, experienced head, and then you've got a lot of young guys, and my job is essentially to obviously play, perform, do my job, but also help those guys understand, and if I can fast track their development, then ultimately I'm adding value.
Sorry. Were you going to say mention Jack? Were you going to talk about Jack?
You mentioned Jack, but there's such competition at 9. There is just this wealth of talent in the Premiership at the minute. What are you making of the landscape in your position?
There is. To be fair, there always has been. I haven't known it any different.
So this isn't a new thing as far as you're concerned?
No. I think you look back when I was first started. You had Wigglesworth, you had Danny, myself, Dixon. I've never known it any different, and it's just how it should be. England is we've got an amazing pool of talent, and each position should be absolutely very, very competitive, and it is. 9 is no different to what you get with 10. Obviously, you got Smithy, you got Faz, obviously moved 12, but you got Faz can play there. George is not far away from being fit. There's another one. Like, there's just everywhere. So it's a real compliment in England, and it's something I'm fully aware of. But it's great. It's you want that.
Keeps you young, keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, and you either embrace it or you go, or you don't. But for me, it's let's go.
No, I think there should be competition. It's England, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're playing. That should be one of the hardest teams to get into.
Exactly. Yeah, your responsibility as a player is to go there and push, and other guys push along you. And if you get the best combination together, do you know what I mean? As in, you always have a 9 on the bench. So over that 80 minutes, if both of you can work together and get the best performance in that 9 jersey, then ultimately you're both doing your job.
And going into next week, then what we work on in the week, what you look to change?
Discipline will be straight away. Like I said, there's just too many easy disciplines. Kickoffs will be something that we need to look at. That wasn't too pretty at times. I thought we adapted actually really well. We tried to adapt and get the right people in the right spots and adapt to that. But even so, even when we did that, we weren't quite composed enough in those areas. So a couple of easy fix there, and then attack is always a work in progress. I think what people probably underestimate is just how well-oiled defences are now, and they take some serious breaking down, and if you don't get momentum, it's extremely hard, especially when the weather's like this. So very greasy ball, so attack is always a constant work on for us.
And the kick over the top to Marcus Smith.
Yeah.
What did that just? Was he shouting for it?
Yeah.
Do you think here we go?
Yeah, I think he just wanted it to bounce right.
Yeah.
And it didn't. But that's
But still, it was great.
Sometimes
honestly,
it bounced for you, sometimes it doesn't. And today it didn't. But we got the 5-minute scrum. I think we ended up scoring from it anyway. So, but look, that's just time together. That's just understanding each other. He gets the call. You trust the call because me and Marcus played a little bit together now. You put it over the top, and on another day, like I say, that bounces his side and he scores. So that's just a bit of trust, a bit of understanding each other.
What about Japan then? What can we expect from Japan next week, do you think?
Excuse me. I think I last played Japan in 2018, I believe, and it was a very fast game.
Yeah.
Moved the ball. It was a real.
They love to chuck it around.
Yeah, they do, and so we're gonna have to control the tempo of the game there. Fools will be in for a big game again. We'll want to be able to dominate set piece wise because that's traditional English rugby. So we want to do that, control the tempo of the game a little bit, and we want to work on, like I said, our discipline. We want to work on our attack, continue to grow on that, and it's a big week again. As they all are every week. But you got to be the fastest learners in the autumn, and you've only got 3 sessions before we play again. So time is precious.
Can you afford to have a few drinks tonight then, or is it?
Oh look, we're all adults. Like you've got to unwind. You just played in front of 80,000 people. It's not easy then just to go home and lay in bed and fall asleep after in 5 seconds. So look, each your own. Some lads will have a glass of wine. Some lads will have a couple of beers. Some lads won't have anything. So it's
no
personal choice.
G&Ts?
No gin and tonics.
Oh,
yeah.
G&T.
But look, it's each your own, and I think whatever you do, it's about being able to reset after this because it's an incredible experience. But it's
it's a lot.
It's just exactly, and it's just not just this. It's not just the day, as it's the build-up, isn't it? It's not just this occasion. It's the whole build-up of this occasion. Then you play, and then and then it's a bit. You got to come back down and then go again. So look. Lads will have a beer for sure and do what they need to do just to make sure that they are able to reset.
Now I've been just hearing we've got Alex Coles who's on his way to chat to us, but he's obviously just made his England debut. I mean, a massive moment for him. What's it like to share that?
Yeah, look, I mean, for anyone to get their first cap is an incredible achievement. Like, we were just talking about the talent within the country.
Yeah.
You know, how many talented players never get capped? There's absolutely loads. So for Alex to do that and play the way he did was fantastic. He just got his cap, and I'll let him share the moment. Really, it's not about. But for seeing those guys get capped is brilliant, and good
Ben.
on him.
Yeah,
Thanks so much. Good to see you. I'll take your mic.
Thank you very much.
Here he is. Oh, he's already got a mic, so perfect.
Huge.
Can I pass that to someone?
Well done.
Thank you. Congratulations. First cap, and you're wearing it proudly.
I got told I had to wear it all night, so yeah, just following the rules.
Take us through this experience. How was it? Was it everything that you ever imagined it would be?
It was pretty surreal. It all went like a whirlwind. When I found out that I was going to be involved, I was sort of in shock for a little bit. Yeah, we had a meeting and I saw the team and I was just...
So you just saw it on a list? That was the first you saw was on a list?
Yeah,
so
no.
you hadn't been contacted before?
No.
Wow.
And then saw it and just went into shock. Didn't really say much in the meeting. Just was still kind of taking it all in. And then when I got here today, just tried to savor every moment.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. It was kind of hard. I wanted to get the balance right between, sort of focusing on the game and staying in the moment, but then also just trying to appreciate, packed out Twickenham, my first game for my country. So I had so many friends and family here today. So yeah, it was kind of a bit of both, trying to make sure I was really focused on the game, but also not letting the occasion completely go over my head.
Yeah. I was saying, what was singing the anthem? Was it everything you imagined?
Yeah, it really was. I got pretty emotional with that. Pumped me up for the start.
Did you practice in the week?
No, I didn't. I'd like to think I'd know it. Obviously, the slight lyric change recently.
Yeah, were you worried you were going to slip up and say the
Well,
Queen?
I got caught out on that when we sang the anthem at club after the Queen passed away. So I made the mistake already, and then luckily didn't make it today.
It's such a huge moment for you. Talk to us about the friends and family that were here to share it with you. Who did you have here today?
So many people, too many to name, but it was really special. A lot of people that have never come and seen me play rugby before, and so it was really special to have them watching. Obviously really sad that we couldn't get the result, but
have you managed to see your parents or your family since the final?
Yeah. There were a few people I saw. I didn't manage to catch everyone. They all kind of spread around, but I had a really special moment with them. And then my parents came in for my cap presentation, so I think they were delighted with that.
Who was it that presented you with your cap?
Maro. He spoke nicely. Just said, that I'd integrated well, and it was kind to the team being so welcoming and really encouraging. Even when I made a few mistakes out there today, everyone got behind me, which I really appreciated.
And talking about the game, what was your take on it?
It was a tough one, really. We felt like we gave them a lot of outs, obviously myself included, but our restarts receptions weren't very good, and then we just doubled up on errors and gave them penalties and let them back into the game, because when we put some of our attacking stuff on them, we look really good. Some of the stuff we've been working hard on in terms of our attacking shape and loads of options at the line, we look really good at times, but then we just couldn't keep them out the game, and we kept giving errors to let them back in, and they're a good team, really good team, and they fight till the end, and we just didn't put enough distance between us and them at any point in the game, really.
Well, hopefully the first cap of many.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's hope. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I've got a bad neck now.
I haven't. My neck's fine.
I will take your mic.
Thanks a lot, guys.
And we're going
Thank
to
you and
bring
well
in
done.
Freddie Steward, who I think is here.
Don't take that cap off.
He's got no shoes on.
No shoes on.
Oh, God. I'll give you the... How are you, Freddie?
I'm very well, thank you.
Now,
So I need to
we
hold the microphone.
mainly wanted to get you here to chat to us about the moustache.
Or the lack of.
Yeah, we did actually. We did.
So
yeah.
you're doing Movember.
I am,
And
yeah.
have you started from complete scratch?
I reckon I had about a 3-day head start. I needed a head
3-day
start
head
because,
start?
and this is that's still all I've got. So
I'm so glad he said yes, he was doing Movember, because if not, that'd be awfully awkward for you.
every year I try and fail, but it's all for a good cause. Exactly.
It's for a good cause.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you've just come up from the changing room. What's the mood kind of amongst the team?
I think there's a bit of frustration, particularly with the discipline in the second half. I think we sort of shot ourselves in the foot. The boys are disappointed, but we've got 3 weeks now where we've got a chance to right some wrongs.
And obviously, you only a year ago you're making your debut for England, but to me it seems like you've been here a while. Like, what is it you love about this team, and what are you trying to do to that 15 shirt?
I think we're really close as a team. We've had a great 2 weeks. We're in Jersey last week, bonded really well. There's a real good feeling around camp. It's a shame that didn't translate today, which is frustrating. But it's just great to be back at Twickenham. Great to be back in front of the fans. The atmosphere was awesome, and I'm looking forward to the next couple of games.
It's been an amazing year for you. We know you won all these awards last season. We were on tour in Australia, and you were saying that was the first time you'd been to that side of the world. How good to be back here this autumn in front of 80,000?
It's brilliant. Australia was amazing, but it's nice to be back on home soil, back at Twickenham. It's where the boys love to play. The atmosphere's special, so it's great to be back.
So we're looking ahead to Japan now. Can you chat to us, what are your immediate thoughts about that team, that side, and what you need to do this week? Yeah,
Japan play some really exciting rugby. They put in a great performance against the All Blacks the other week, so it'll be a big challenge for us. I think defensively, we've got to be smart, and we've got to be good to stop them.
I feel like we're going to let you go because you're so cold. Thank you, though.
Thank you very much.
Running out
Thank
with
you.
no shoes on. We'll leave it there for today. It's been great to hear from all the team. Well, Freddie's going to leave us now. It's been great to hear from Freddie and all the guys. Now, as we look ahead to Japan next weekend, there is plenty of content on the England Rugby social channel, so you can get all your behind-the-scenes access as we look ahead to the next fixture. But that is it from Bryony and I. We'll see you next week.